All right, here I am at 5820 Colby. Just gonna do a quick rock around the property for you here. There is some denting on the top of those screens. Doesn't look too bad though. No beading on the windows. This downspout was pretty protected. This downspout as well, except for as you get up more to the top, I see a couple dents. These screens also pretty good. I don't see any beading issue. There's a chip there and a chip there. Other than that, these windows and screens look pretty good. Downspout looks pretty good. Is on this side of the house is pretty protected and against the tree. Don't see much, if any, damage on the fence, so more than likely that was not the side that the storm came on. All right. Garage door looks pretty good. I don't see any identifiable hail damage. All right. Well, you can already tell on this guy's real dinged up all the way up. So obviously this is one of the slopes that took a brunt of the force. This guy looks pretty good. These guards are pretty strong. See, they're flexible. They don't really dent up. This one, however, he's been bashed real good. So normally what we do is, or I showed your insurance adjuster, normally what they do is they pay to get these fins combed. They actually come out and they, you know, like you think, they comb the fins and straighten them out. But because your damage is so bad, they're gonna break these fins when they comb them. So they're gonna have to end up replacing that. They'll buy you a whole new AC unit, or, you know, comparable. I mean, it's old, but you can definitely tell that damage was from the storm. This guy, he's dented up here, and the top one. So they replaced both of those. This is kind of weathered, but there is some chipping, you can see, here and here. So we would get them to pay to repaint this. I'm sure your fence on the sides that was, I mean, it keeps up pretty good. It's got a nice stain on it. And I'm not sure, when I get up on the roof, I'll look for sure, but even on this solar screen, I see a couple dings, even though it's pretty guarded or protected. So probably get that replaced too. All right, I'm gonna grab my ladder and go up on the roof and check out that. But I don't know if you can see here, I can already see your accessories are just real banged up on this slope. And your solar screen up there looks like it took a lot of damage. I can see the dents from here, and there's massive chipping on the wood and the siding. So we get that all repainted. All right, I'll take you up on the roof and show you exactly the kind of damage that I saw from down there. Like you saw in the last one, there's a pretty good amount of hail damage on your gutter, and you can see the amount of granules in your gutters. And even just from here, let me show you, you can already see the amount of damage that this slope took, and your accessories, look how beat up they are. I'm gonna say this was probably the slope that took the most damage, but until I look at the other ones, I won't know for sure. So, you can see this all beat up. I'll mark it for you. I mean, hail, 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 hail. That got all beat up. All of your pipe jacks that I can see on this slope, all very, very dented up. And you can tell on your ridge here the extent of the damage. This has actually gone down to the fiberglass, through the fiberglass into the underlayment. And when it gets down that far is when it kind of comes a concern, because you don't want it to bust that underlayment. That's when you start getting leaks. And here, I'll give you a good example. This angle, like you saw, I showed you on that side of the house. This side, little to no damage. There's a couple hits here and here, but you can see the big difference just looking from here to here. And this is going to be your rear facing slope. And I'm going to say this slope and your right slope were the two that got the most damage. And I'm going to say that there is enough on those two slopes alone to say that this is totaled. You can see strikes here on your chimney. He's empty now. It's still in there pretty good though. We can get that repainted. Let's see. Yeah, even this guy kind of protected on this side still took some damage. Let's go check out some of your vents. So you can see right up here, it's going down into the fiberglass, which is not good because then it goes in the other layment. You can see here the amount of strikes this took, and you can kind of just tell hail, just beat up a lot of your metal accessories. Over here, the extent of the damage here, I can just press into that. It's not too bad because it's on your overhang and it's on a corner, but it you know, almost ripped this off, and it goes all the way up your ridge. So this back slope and your right facing slope were the ones that took the majority of the damage, and it is substantial. I don't know if you remember from my first video, they mark off a 10 by 10. I've already showed you once, and there is no need for me to mark it off, just because any adjuster is going to be able to just come immediately and see the extent of the damage. You can kind of see a whirlybird spinning there. It's actually off its axis. That's not processing how it's supposed to. This one too, and I'm guessing your vents as well. Yeah, these things can get beat up real easy. Both of those are totaled, and just looking at your ridges, the damage is pretty bad. So here's another good example. Your right facing slope, how beat up it is, and then your front facing slope, which got little to none. But it doesn't matter because we don't need every slope. We just need 60% or 2 full slopes totaled, and they will pay to replace the entire roof. And I think we have more than enough damage here. And I would actually, on this one, suggest that you move quicker than not, just because of the extent on your ridges. We are kind of in the middle of storm season, but that means a lot more rain, thunderstorms. We want to make sure that none of this turns into leaks, because once it gets down into your decking and ruins your decking, leaks in your house, that's a whole nother problem. So I would say that you do have a very good insurance claim here, and I can see fence on this side. It would be the opposite side. I don't know if you go 50-50 with the neighbor, but you can see this one, which would be the same damage as your right slope. Just from up here, I can see all the hail damage. So I would get this fence covered as well. All right, well, I'm gonna go check out the rest of your properties, but that's the end of inspection over here at Colby. Thank you.